Stream number 2. It's always better the second time around. It's always better the second time around. I think we're good now. Oh, wouldn't be a screaming stream unless we had immediate technical problems. That's right, baby. That's how we roll. We'll see if it's back now. Seems like it is. Let me know if it's back, if it's working now. It is working now, yes. Woo! Goodness gracious. I'm throwing this laptop in a lake. I'm throwing it in a lake right after I hit end stream. It's going into a lake. Oh, we'll let people roll back in. Back with a vengeance. No vengeance here. I don't know. I don't have any like. You know how like spite motivated I was for the last like 3-4 years, and I'm just not anymore. Which is too bad because spite is a hell of a motivator. I mean, it's got to be one of the all-time best motivators. I bet more gets done on spite than almost anything else. Running out of spite. Things are going too good. Don't have any left. Things are going too awesome. I'm just like, lips move with a sound delay. Seriously? I bet more gets done on spite than almost anything else. It looks pretty close on my phone. Is all the audio? In the theater room? I am in the theater room, yes. It's like the only finished room in this whole house, so. Is audio and video okay? I understand video's gonna be a little slow. I dropped the frame rate like super low so that it stopped killing the stream, but let me know if audio and video is good. Lip syncing issues? Okay, good. Received my Spooky Still shirt today, or last week. Nice. I have a rare Spooky Shill shirt. I have some of the only long sleeve Spooky Shill shirts, and I wear it underneath my work uniform. When I wear my Spooky Pinball hoodie, I also wear my Spooky Pinball work polo and my Spooky Shill long sleeve t-shirt underneath that. So I'm all spookied up every single day, baby. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We can catch up a little bit. I'll fill you guys in on some of what we have going on the production line. Holy crap, I am up to my ears in these Beetlejuice games right now, y'all. It's been crazy. So where we didn't stream last week. We streamed the week before that. Did we stream last week? I can't remember. Do you guys remember? I can't remember. Man, we're drowning in the games by now. So the test rigs, where we last left off, I think, was we had the games in the test rigs, and we were hoping to get those in cabinets soon. Since then, I now have, as of tonight, 20 Beetlejuice playfields into cabinets. Into cabinets, baby. So they went through the whole test rig process, and we got them kicked over. We've made a lot of improvements with what we do in the test rig area. You know, it sounds kind of silly, but we didn't get to do enough testing in the test rigs. Not in a sense of like, you know, when they were in the test rigs with Evil Dead and Looney Tunes and whatnot, we would, you would get through all like your coil tests and your servo settings. Like you did all that testing, but there was hardly, if basically none, of gameplay testing being done over there. We kind of left all the gameplay stuff to be on the other side with like Tori. And the gameplay stuff where it was really fine-tuned in for like the shots being good and whatnot was done over there. And with Beetlejuice, we got to implement a lot more gameplay testing into the test rigs, which is really nice. It just means that the playfield is much further along than it would have been before it goes to its final cabinet. Because that was always the idea before, was that with the one side of the production line, which is the track system, you take these fully built-out cabinets that have been fully QC'd, checked everything head to toe. It's absolutely perfect and final for the customer. And then you take this fully built-out playfield that's wired, it has all the stuff on it, the sculpts, everything, and it's fully tested, and you marry those two things together, and then it's a just perfect finish game immediately. That's always the idea. It never goes that way, but that's always the idea. And I'm happy to see that we're actually getting that idea to become more and more of a reality. The Beetlejuices that we took out of the test rigs and put into cabinets that we hooked up and started playing on and testing on, hands down, the best games that I have ever hooked up and started playing immediately. Hands down, better than Evil Dead. Just as far as like, you know, you get the playfield in there, right? So like you set your back blocks in, which back blocks are the 2 blocks on the back side that keeps the playfield from like coming up in shipping. Because, you know, you flip the game on its butt and the playfield's sitting in there. You kind of need something sitting above the playfield that like locks it into position and keeps it from falling over the place and shipping. So you know, you get that stuff in there, the glass channel, you know, you get the playfield in, hook it up. And when they hooked up the Beetlejuices, and I do say they because they're so much better at cable management than I am. That is one of my weak spots. When they like hooked up the cable management and everything and got that pushed in, like me turning on the games, updating them, and just starting to play, hands down Beetlejuice, leagues above everything that we've ever done in that process before. And I think a lot of it is because we pushed more testing in front of that department when they get moved over. And thank God for that, because starting tomorrow, I'm going in, and I got 20 games in front of me, and I need to get through all 20 this weekend, baby. I got to get through all 20. Before we leave for pinball at the beach, I need to have Beetlejuices that are essentially done completely, so that when I get back, I could say, put those in boxes, and I can oversee and manage them going into the boxes. But it's going to be fun. I'm really excited with this entire game launch and build process and everything, but especially with one aspect of the success of having so many other games being built at the same time. Before Evil Dead, we definitely had a leaner crew. It was a big emphasis I had to make was that we were able to build the games with as lean of a crew as possible while still being able to produce, and of course kind of overproduce, so that you have extra stock of everything in the factory. And whilst doing that, also training employees on entire other games was really tricky. Because, you know, we maintained a lot of our best people for the last 5 to 6 years. Like, the best of the best have stuck around. And they know how to build everything. But we hired on so many people in Evil Dead, so many new people, that when I say, we got to build a Scooby-Doo, they're like, what? Like, what are you talking about, bro? I've never even touched one of those. And I'm like, we built like 1,400 of these things by now. What do you mean you haven't done it? They weren't here for that. And you got to get those people trained in how to build this whole game. And you have to train them while still fully producing. You can't take the numbers down. You have to fully maximize produce Evil Dead, the main production line game at that time. And for the record, want to make this abundantly clear, I'm not complaining right now. I just think this is some cool insight of what kind of goes on in the production line. Because the thing is you can't ever, once we go up in numbers, you know, we start saying, okay, 5 games a day, 6 games a day, 7 games a day. You can't go back down. You can't go back down because our games are priced really, really well. Hands down, for $10,000, best price pinball machine in the entire industry for the amount of content that you get at that price. I'm not saying it as a marketer, a salesman, to stroke my own ego, nothing. I'm just saying objectively, it's the best. So a part of the reason we're able to do that is because I'm able to run a lean crew who makes X amount of games to make the money make sense, right, on the production line. So if you start going down after hiring all these extra people, every single game, that profit margin just took a huge hit, comes down significantly. So it better be worth it if you're going to do it. It better be worth it if you're going to do it. So that's why it's so hard to have the leanest crew possible building the maximum amount of games possible and train them on other stuff at the same time, because you still have to produce the full amount while training on other things. Really tricky. And all of that was to say, we're crushing it. Like, it's going so good. Oh my gosh, guys, the wall, the playfield rack wall that I've shown on in like the videos and photos and everything, it's crazy. You look at it right now. There's Scooby-Doo's. Some are built and wired. There's Looney Tunes built and wired. There's TCM's built and wired. There's Evil Dead's. There's Beetlejuice's. It's so many games, and I can't believe how, I don't want to say easy, but kind of easy it's getting to keep introducing, like, just walking into the different departments, and while I have these 5 things going on over here, saying, hey, I got this really good employee right here. We're ahead enough on playfields. I could sacrifice a little bit of time. I want you two to stand here. You know how to build a Scooby-Doo. Train him on how to build a Scooby-Doo. Call me over if you have questions. I'll come check it out when the board's done, right? Like the assembled playfield's done. And I come over, and I'm checking the example board that we have on the wall, comparing it, screw sizes, everything. It's great. Like, that just wasn't always the case, is what I'm trying to get at. That until, as of the last 4 months, that wasn't always the case. If you were to tell me now, like, oh, by the way, we got to do 3 Scoobies next week, I'm like, cool, easy. I'm so happy we sold those. There was a time not that long ago where if you were like, we sold 5 Scoobies, we need to build those, my heart would almost sink. I would be like, no, how am I going to do this? Not just over the weekend, like by myself, or like with my 3 top guys who are already overworked and don't want to come in on a Friday or a Saturday to do this. Like, how are we going to pull this off? And now we can successfully pull it off, like, not just well, but really well in the 40 hours with all this different crew. Super lucky, just super, super lucky and blessed. I kind of cringe to say blessed, but like super lucky and blessed to be surrounded by so many people who are trying so hard and excited to learn. You know, because that's the other thing. That post-COVID era, and sorry, I'm just completely ranting and barely looking at chat. I'm sorry. That post-COVID era, though, if other people in this chat, like, have employees or, in general, if you work with other people in an office, that, like, 2020 through 2022 to 3 era was really tough. Like, the employee market was just, it was a lot different attitude than what I'd ever seen before. To where, like, back then, you'd say, like, okay, like, I want you to learn this Scooby-Doo board. You know, immediately they'd be like, well, why? You know, like, there'd be questions. It'd be like you're asking too much of those people, and they would just kind of have an attitude about it. But now I go up to a guy, and I'm like, hey, I want to teach you Scooby-Doo, because we just sold some, we need to make them. They're like, seriously? Like, I can learn that board too? Like, they're excited. And oh my gosh, what a breath of fresh air to have people who care and are excited to not just have a job, but like the job that they have, they think it's cool. You know, so it's just really refreshing to have so many people at the factory right now who are excited. They're willing to learn. They're willing to try. They understand the stakes of how important it is, because it's really easy for, you know, people in the line to say something like, you know, these are toys, right? Like, it's just a toy. Why are we all so upset right now if they blew a screw through a playfield and damaged it, and we lose the numbers for the day, and them being like, you know, why are we so upset? It's just a toy, or whatever. And that used to be like a general mindset of a lot of people for a bit there, but now they get it. You know, like these people who are coming in who work for us now, and the people who've stuck around, they can see the full scope of things. And that's so great. It just makes things so much better when they do. And, you know, it makes sense that it takes some time, you know, for some of these guys to see the full scope of things, because, you know, pinball is extremely niche. A lot of the employees who work for us, they weren't pinball people beforehand, you know? Like, I'm saying, like, the production line guys who are, like, building the cabinets and the playfields and the wiring and whatnot, they weren't pinball, like, 99% of the people we hire don't have previous experience in pinball. You know, that's kind of the fun, really cool part about hiring people. And this is definitely true for the other companies as well. JJP, Stern, Barrels, doesn't matter who it is. The people they're hiring on their production lines, 99% of the time, they didn't work at other pinball companies. You know, if they're like building the cabinets, building the playfields, wiring things, building mechanisms, it's like, no, it's blue collar work. Like, they definitely didn't come from anywhere else. I know I haven't hired almost any people in my production line that worked at other pinball companies unless they're an artist or a programmer or a rules guy or like something along those lines, you know? So It's been fun, guys. It's really cool. We have a really great team. They're really impressing me. Something cool that I was thinking about recently. So last Friday, we work Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? And last Friday, we invited in, four of our guys who, I talk about those test rigs. This is the crew that, like, works on those, right? And we invited in, was it four? Drake, Logan, Tom, Brad. Drake, Logan, Tom, Brad? It was 4 or 5. I'm pretty sure it was those 4. We invited them in, and we were going to build 4 Beetlejuices that day, right? So, like, up to that point, Luke and I had been working on the ones that were in the test rigs. Pretty much just the 2 of us. We pulled Drake in for some help, but it was pretty much just the 2 of us, like, figuring things out. 7 a.m. is too early. Oh, dude. 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. makes it so it's a 4-day work week. It's so great. Our employees have a 3-day weekend every single weekend. And we do all the holidays paid off. They accumulate PTO over time. Like, these guys have it made, dude. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I had as much time off as our employees do in the production standpoint. 3-day weekend. I couldn't tell you I wouldn't know what to do. Genuinely. This year, I actually, like, tried to figure this out. I had one day this year. It was Christmas Day that I woke up, me and my girlfriend woke up, and neither of us went anywhere. We just came downstairs, we made breakfast, we turned on Netflix, and we just chilled on the couch. And it was on Christmas Day. And I put my foot down. I was like, Christmas Day, I'm doing nothing. Like, we are staying home. We are doing nothing. I'm not going to the shop. I'm not even gonna, like, go out, like, fishing, hunting. Like, I'm doing nothing. I'm staying home, locked inside for the full day. That's it. And then we'll travel down to Florida to see your family just after that. And we did at the start of the day. I didn't make it to 3 p.m. before I was like, let's pack our stuff and start making our way to Florida. Like, we got to get moving. We got to get things on the road here. I just can't stop. All I do is, like, say, like, I really need to, like, find some time to, like, chill and relax and, take a little break and whatnot. And then as soon as I start to, I'm like, I can't do it. I should be doing something right now. So we just go do something. So yeah, 4 10-hour days. It's thebomb.com. If any of you have the opportunity to work that, it's great. What I was saying is we brought in these 4 guys, and we worked on Friday last week. Extra day of work. Great for the overtime pay for those fellas. They made bank. Good for them. And what was astounding about that is that on that Friday, we built 4 full Beetlejuices from pretty much scratch in the test rig to completion to get moved to cabinets, and put them in cabinets and hooked them up. That probably doesn't mean much to you guys, but doing 4 of those in a day, when we went up to 4 a day on Evil Dead, so, like, we started out production with Evil Dead with, like, 2, and then we went up to 3, and then we tried to get to 4. And I remember when we went to 4 a day, and it was the whole production line going to 4 a day, and this is after some time of building Evil Dead, so, like, everybody had experience. When we went to 4 a day, I had to call Luke, like, up to the production line, and I was like, dude, I need help. Like, I can't do it. I don't know what's going on. Like, we can't get it done. I'm afraid, like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Like, I don't think we're gonna get these numbers done. I need your help, like, to run this right now. And he came up and helped me, and we got it worked out, obviously, and then eventually, increased numbers beyond that. But it was, like, really hard. And last Friday, we brought these guys in. We built 4 in the first day, and we finished it, like, in time. And we were learning it. Like, we were teaching them, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is how you do that. Throughout the whole day. And I was like, man, like, that went really, really well. Like, we got it done and moved over. It's like a year ago, doing 4 a day Evil Dead, like, put me in the dirt. Like, it beat the hell out of me, So, this crew is going to be able to work some numbers this year, which is good because we sold a lot of Beetlejuices. We got a lot of freaking games to make this year. Got 1,000 Beetlejuices to make, and we're still selling all the other games. So that's a lot more numbers to be doing than we did, like, with Evil Dead and whatnot. And this crew can handle it, and it's great. Like I said, all of this is just to say that training the crew has been really great. Beetlejuice's production start and launch has been by far my favorite of any production start and launch ever. I was obviously like I did and started everything from like Halloween till now, and this one is just smoking it. Smoking it. I hear Electric Bat is getting one soon. We'll go on stream. Oh, Serge! Hey Serge, what's going on, man? I still got my hot sauces, brother. I might put some in my ramen. I'm gonna have some Serge, yeah, Leah's listening to this. I'm gonna put some of the hot sauces you gave me. I'm gonna put it in my ramen tonight with my venison. It's gonna be so good. Venison and ramen, amazing, by the way. You do like, I think what I'm gonna have is some backstrap, thinly slice it, put it in some spicy ramen, get an egg in there. Oh, so good, so good. I wish I could make you my hot sauce ramen, Serge. Is Lit in Minnesota getting one of the first Beetlejuice? Yeah, Lit's early on in the numbers. They're pretty early on. I feel bad. I don't remember what everybody's numbers are in like the first 50, but I'm 99% sure Lit's in the top 50. I'm pretty sure. We gave Evil Dead Code of the Year and several other awards on our award show, Bug. Great work. Oh, dude, no way. I gotta check that out. I feel so bad. Like, Franchi wants to probably kill me right now because I'm sucked about answering phone calls. Like, with the production line with Beetlejuice, training the employees and getting these games done, I'm so out of the loop and all the social media stuff. Like, I just can't keep up with any of it right now. So, Serge, that's really cool, man. Thank you so much. Code of the Year. Who was I up against? I mean, who cares? We beat them all. That's awesome. I can't believe that. That's really cool. That's super. What else did we win, Serge? Code of the Year. It's got to be art, right? Art and callouts. I mean, I just had a deer steak. Oh yeah. Oh. Sparky Evil, the coffee is good. Yes, yeah. So Sparky Evil won the Local Wave coffee that I gave away a few weeks ago. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying the coffee. Yeah, guys, check out Local Wave coffee. Buy a bag. They don't sponsor me. I just think they're wonderful. It's a good friend of mine. Started his own roasting business. Buy some Local Wave coffee. Best overall mechs. Oh, dude, I really appreciate that. The mechs. We often get overlooked. We often get overlooked when it comes to the mech world. Best multi-ball start. Oh, for cabin multi-ball. Okay. Oh, Showtime's way better than the cabin. I got to admit, I've never been fully satisfied with the cabin multi-ball start. I always wanted to do more with that one. Best overall mechs, best overall modes. I do think the modes are really great in Evil Dead. I think they're really good. Best moments in code. Sweet, man. Oh, those are the things I care about. Really? Who has better mechs? When I say overlooked, I mean like, man, I don't want to stand on that soapbox, I don't think. I don't want to stand here and be like, we don't get enough credit for good mechanisms. Because I think Stern builds the hell out of some mechanisms. They just do. They build their mechs like tanks in some of their games. Not all of them. No, definitely not all of them. But some of their games, their mechs they do are just tanks. So I appreciate the... I appreciate that you looked at best mechs. That shotgun mech is freaking phenomenal, man. I mean, that's one of the best things that Luke has ever made. The best mech in Spooky Pinball history is coming up in a few years. Oh my god, it is so cool. It's going to be I think it'll probably be the fastest mechanism in pinball history. It's really cool. For cabin and broomstick. Best multi-ball start for cabin and boomstick. Yeah, the multi-ball start for boomstick's pretty cool. Best moments in code. So best mechs, overall modes, multi-ball start, moments in code. You know I love a good moment. I love it. Serge, thank you so much. Guys, Serge he has a really good eye for things in this industry. I don't think everybody realizes that Serge is like a super genius. I'm not just saying it because you're here, Serge. I'm telling he sees things. He's seeing more colors than the rest of us, is how I'd put it. Like, when he's observing things in the industry and layouts and code and what's going on, he's seeing past a few layers that I think most people see. He's got good opinion. Like, I'm not just saying it because he's saying like, oh, you want all this stuff and I like your game. Like, I'm telling you, he's locked in on some things. Stern doesn't do BOM like Spooky. F the BOM, baby. Now I must go back to lurker status. Best lurker. You're my favorite lurker, Surge. Some other lurkers right now are like, I wouldn't know. How can you be my favorite lurker if you don't say anything? All the lurkers who don't normally chat, please don't be shy. Comment Dante, D-A-N-T-E. If you're a lurker, comment Dante for me. I just want to see that you're here, because I know there's lurkers, and I love the lurkers. I wish you guys would comment more, because it gives me more to work with. It's funny, because I'm like, oh, if people commented more, I could talk more to what they're saying, but then I'll go on a rant for 20 minutes and ignore chat the whole time. Dante, yeah! 2! So many. Yeah! Welcome! Round of applause for the lurkers. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you guys. Johnny Pinball, you're not a lurker, Johnny. I see you out. I see you around. I'll explain why I'm saying Dante in a second here. Aw. You guys are so cute. You guys are so cute. Still down for a typo negative pin when you guys are ready. Haha. Oh, man. So many games I need to get to, guys. We're booked till like 2030. I'm not even supposed to be here today. Is that a Clerks reference? Are you referencing Clerks, Jonathan? I try to comment sometimes, but it goes too fast and you don't see. I'm sorry. I know. I could do better about answering chat sometimes. If there's anything in chat, I'm going to really lock in and focus on chat the best I can for the rest of the night. If there's anything in chat you want to ask or whatever, throw it in there and I will do my best. We're gonna answer everything that comes this way that I can answer. No, so the reason I made it Dante was whenever you do a production start and you get the first 20 over there, there's inevitably there's something that you're gonna find that's not quite right, or that we have changed our how would I phrase this? We have changed our standards to be higher. And so we say, that's it. We need to change that with a new thing. We have a better way that we could do that. We need to take apart these 20 games and fix it. And today I had to take apart 20 Dantes. that left ramp with the sculpt up top there. Had to take all 20 of those suckers apart and redo how we did that. And that'll put some hair on your chest. But it's all good. It's good. Again, this is the best game launch of all time. Just having a freaking blast with the employees. Luke and I are really getting to test things out as much as we have always wanted to. And just, I mean, we made a big change on the layout, that kind of a last second thing that we changed with the layout. That was a huge improvement. Opened up the left ramp a ton more. Because, I mean, you guys have seen the videos and people have played it. Like, the game plays great. The shots are super fast and flowy and bouncy and fun. And Luke just wasn't satisfied with something on the first 4 that we were working on the line. And he had an idea for how we could fix it. And all of a sudden we started taking things apart, cutting up new ball guides, installing things in those ball guides, opening things up more, and boom, all of a sudden your left ramp is just a million times better than it was before. And it's cool. It's cool. It feels really great to have the time to do stuff like that, because there's definitely been a lot of times where we didn't have that time and it was like, this is how it's going to have to be. And it goes out. So it's we're having the best time that we've ever been having. That's for sure. You think Beetle shoots better than Texas and Looney? I do. The only thing, how do I want to put this? Texas and Looney, extremely underrated shot layout. I think it would have gone over a lot bigger if we had done that in like 2019 or 2020. But by the time that layout came out, there was too many other really cool layout shot patterns from Elwyn and Danger that it just made it a lot less, like it made the things that we were trying to do a lot less special feeling to some people where um, that's just one of the things that's kind of tough in this industry is you'll have something that you is just hot and you're like, wow, this is so innovative and original, hasn't been done before. And when people see this, they're going to, pardon the French, they're going to shit bricks. Like, wow, I can't believe Spooky was able to put something together like this. And then another company does something similar, 9 months before your game comes out, 12 months before your game comes out. And it just takes a little bit of that sauce off of your mechanism. And I think that kind of happened with the Looney Tunes layout, where when we did that, we did that layout years before it came out, and we were like, this is the shit. This is really awesome. This is what people are going to want. And by the time it came out, it's like, oh, there's been quite a few other things that have been similar to this. Down to like, one of the shots was something really similar to Rush, where I saw the Rush trailer, and it was like an orbit thing where if you hold out the flipper, it would bounce off the flipper and go into a drop target or a scoop on Rush. And I was looking at the Whitewood on TCM after I looked at that Rush trailer, and I was like, dang it. Like, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was original. Like, no, I hadn't seen anybody do that. And then, boom, there it is. Thousands of them, people played it. And then yours comes out, and people just kind of go, oh, yeah, that's cool. And it's like, oh, I feel like they would have really appreciated that more beforehand. It's, so it's tricky. Anyway, to answer your question, do I think Beetlejuice shoots better? Yeah, I do. I just think our design and build philosophies and capabilities have improved a lot more. So, I mean, this is where I have to be tricky. Things can be kind of tricky for me when I come on these streams and I'm talking about it, because I don't want to... Looney Tunes and TCM are still for sale, and amazing games. So, like, I hate being like, we're better at building Beetlejuice than those or something like that, because it's just not true. Like, the Looney Tunes and TCMs I'm building now are the best ones that I think have ever been built, because we're just that much better at QC and control and everything in general now. But, there's still just elements of how things were designed that I know Luke and I would do it a different way now if we were to start from scratch. But you can't change it. There's already 500 plus of this or that out there. You can't really change, certain things with that. So you're kind of stuck. But the Looney Tunes and TCMs we're building right now are, I think, hands down the best quality ones that have been built. And it's a really freaking fantastic game. Both of them are. Looney Tunes is... I know I say Texas Chainsaw is underrated all the time, like it's the most underrated. And that's because it genuinely, truthfully is my favorite spooky game of all time still. But Looney Tunes is wildly underrated too. It just is. That's why you should buy it. It all comes back to that. No one can buy Beetlejuice anyway, so shouldn't take away from TCM Looney Tunes. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't want to, it's like I want to say nothing but positive things about those two games. They're still for sale. But it's like, we also designed it years ago. It'd be like if I said that, Scooby-Doo is every bit as well designed as Beetlejuice. It's not. It's just flat out not. We designed that game 5 years ago, I think. Yeah, we started working on that game in like 2020, 2021. Probably 2021. It's like, yeah, we've gotten better at design since then. Like, our mechs are more robust, more well thought out. Our ball guides and patterns are better. The laser that we use to cut out the metal is a better laser now and therefore automatically making the quality of a lot of the metal that goes in the games better. I mean, like, we're a lot better at what we do now. So, but I don't want to like say that because it's like, well, Scooby-Doo's still for sale and it's still an awesome game. So you kind of have to be careful with that stuff, you know. Classical music slabs. Apart from Spookies, what other releases from 2025 do you like flipping? What games came out in 2025 again? It was a whole pile. Let me take a look. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't gotten to play most of them. I didn't go to almost any shows in 2025. Harry Potter's amazing. That game shot amazing. I think it's quite a feat overall. And I'm excited to see Eric at Pinball at the Beach and congratulate him because I think the last time I saw him was last year's Pinball at the Beach, and I knew it was coming. And I had some great conversations just hanging out with him, talking about Pirates of the Caribbean pinball because, as you guys know, Pirates of the Caribbean, those are like my favorite movies of all time. So I'm extremely forever envious that SOP got to do Pirates of the Caribbean and I didn't because, oh my gosh, I would cut off another toe. I would lose another toe to do Pirates of the Caribbean. So I had some good conversations with him about that last year. I look forward to seeing him at Pinball at the Beach and congratulating him on his success with Potter. So I think it's a great game. So next is Saw. Imagine all the mechs you could do with the traps, right? Looney Tunes Super. Oh, Topper. Yeah, we want to do a Topper. We do want to do those. I gave my word if either of those games sold out, we will do Toppers for them. We have some really cool concepts. We have concepts of a plan. We have really cool concepts for the Toppers for TCM and Looney Tunes of what we could do. We'll see. We'll probably end up doing them. We probably will. We'll see. We're busy. We got a lot of Beetlejuices to make, man. Still finishing up the last of the Evil Deads. I want to say there's like probably 16 more to go in boxes or so. The Beetlejuices getting worked in has started to like affect, you know, what that schedule looks like because, you know, we got Pinball at the Beach coming up. So next week we need to dedicate a lot of time to boxing Beetlejuice games. So that means, you know, we have to nail down for sure all the packaging of it, of like how we want to make sure it's safe for shipping and everything, and making sure all the information sheets are updated and proper, and that the spare parts that we send out. Do people know that? I'm sure, I mean, if you buy our games, you know this. Do other companies do this? So in our games, we send out like a lot of parts with it. Like with every Beetlejuice, like we're gonna send out a 180 servo, right? Because there's 6 servos in the game, and play your game long enough, I mean, maybe one of them will go bad. They don't go bad nearly as often as they ever used to. But like we send out replacement parts and like little goodies and things that people may or may not need with our games. Do other companies do that? I haven't boxed any other companies' games in a few years, I'll be honest. Oh, a chainsaw handle shooter? That would be wicked. That's a really good idea. I hope we can make it easier than the Evil Dead shooter. Those things are kind of a bear. I got stickers with my Godzilla 70th. Edmonton, why are we being ignored? Is it somehow controversial? I'm sorry, Brett. What was your... Brad, the last message I see from you, Brad, is will you ask if they will ever make more TNA? Is that the question you were asking? Edmonton, why are we being ignored? Is it somehow controversial? I'm not sure what you're referencing, Brad St. Paul. More TNA. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to miss your question. No, that's not controversial at all. Gosh, I was so tilted the other day because I heard on a podcast this guy, I won't call him out, he was saying that we went back on our word, and that when we first came out with TNA, we said we wouldn't make any more, and then we did. We made more TNA. We screwed all the original customers. This is a podcaster. And that's not true. We never said that. We always said that there is a limited run, but we may make more because it's an original theme. There's no license involved. We may make more TNA. Like, we never ever said that. This dude was like out there spreading this misinformation. It was super annoying. I was like, dude, you could ask me. Like, you could ask me. Currently, there are no plans for more TNA. 10th anniversary is coming up, though, for TNA, which is crazy. Oh, my gosh. Time flies. But currently, we do not have plans for more TNA. How many TNA are there out in the world? The first run was 550? Was it 500 or 550? And then the second run was 250, so there's somewhere between 750 to 800 TNA. I think there's about that many. Isn't that crazy? That's so many. That's so many, which is awesome. So happy for Scott. TNA was your unlimited game. Yeah, here's the licensor that would keep us from doing more or not, is if Scott all of a sudden said, no, you can't make more TNA. We wouldn't. But Scott wouldn't do that. We're still super tight with Scott, and we talk. We have crazy ideas sometimes about things we could maybe do. But we'll see. I'm not against it. If we did another, I'd like to see more changes get made. Like I liked that when we did the TNA remake, that there was some changes made. Like it was a different display panel. We modernized that. We added some of the plastic protectors and some extra lights and whatnot. So if we were to do another run of the original style TNA, I'd like to see some more changes get made. I just don't know what they would be. But definitely not against the idea. It'd be pretty tough to work in the schedule right now, I can tell you that much. But for our boy Scott, whom we love dearly, we're always... You tell me I'm getting married in 5 months and I won't be getting TNA. Damn! Man, I got some jokes I could make for that. Final Resistance as a would be cool to make Scott's Final Resistance as a real game. Ouch. Ouch. Jerry, don't read chat. Don't read chat, Jerry. TNA was almost what we did tonight. I almost played TNA tonight, but how many more times would you guys be interested in watching me play TNA? I've beaten 10 Reactors twice on stream, and it's like... I feel like I owe to you guys to do something more entertaining, per se. I don't know. We'll wait patiently for TNA. Ouch, indeed. Yeah, poor Jerry. Are y'all coming to other shows this year after Pinball at the Beach? Yes. For sure, Texas Pinball Festival. For sure, Midwest Gaming Classic. Still working out the details. Trying to hit new shows this year. We're trying to get to more new ones. It's just the schedule's tough. We're so busy with building the games and whatnot, and the design and everything. So we're trying. I want to get out to the California show this year. Just trying to work everything in the schedule. But yeah, Pinball at the Beach, February. I'm sure we're going to Allentown again. Yeah. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I have no horse in that race. What is the hot dog sandwich argument? There's like a sandwich burger something argument. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I guess so. No, sandwiches are 2 pieces of bread, right? A hot dog's more like a taco than a sandwich, right? Yeah, because a sandwich and burger, like that's 2 pieces of bread. Yeah, can the bread be connected on a sandwich? It doesn't frickin' matter. Okay, serious question. One more show game, Cash and Glass, sir. Don't get me in any trouble here. I don't want the smoke. I don't want the smoke, man. So a sub isn't a sandwich? Well, isn't it a sub? A sub's a sub, not a sandwich, right? What's Walt Wood up to? Is he making videos again yet? I haven't checked in on old Walt. You guys should do Resident Evil. You would crush it. Didn't they just announce... Isn't there some new company that's doing Resident Evil now? See, I'm always really careful when I talk about new companies because I don't want to... There was a time where Blockbuster laughed Netflix out of the office. Netflix wanted some sort of deal with Blockbuster, and they laughed them out of the office. Always watch your tongue talking about new companies because you just never know. Oh my god, Walt's last video was a lot. I mean, they're always a lot. I mean, it's Walt. He's about to start at American Pinball. What? Actually? No, he's not. That's a joke. That was a joke. Walt had a church ice ramp. Oh my god. That's not pinball related. American Pinball. Yeah, so I saw there's the new owner at American Pinball. Something immediately right out of the gate wants to get to 2,000-3,000 games a year. The usual thing you hear when there's new ownership or companies and whatnot. Maybe he'll pull it off. Maybe he won't. Who knows? I don't want more competition, but we'll compete. I had one fun idea. Do you guys want to make fun of my Letterboxd? Do you guys know what Letterboxd is? I've talked about this on stream before. So I use Letterboxd, and you just log the movies that you watch on there, and you read reviews that other people leave, and people put together like lists of movies of a certain theme or whatever. You could have a watch list and stuff on there. I love it. I'm a movie dork. I just love watching any types of movies. As long as they're good at this point, I don't really care. So little IPs, yeah. I thought it would be kind of funny if we looked at my what I watched in the year 2025. Let's look at everything I watched in the year of 2025. All right. Let me go to my diary here. Okay, so yeah, this would be everything I've watched this is what I've watched this January. I watched Unforgiven this weekend. And I've been watching a lot of movies in January because, as I mentioned in my previous stream, I had some weird health stuff coming up. I've literally done nothing but just go to work and come home and watch movies. That's it. Unforgiven was so good. I don't know, for those who are like frequent stream viewers, you know that I've like started to try to get into Westerns, and I'm committed now. I really like them, which I was a Western hater, absolute hater, up to this year, and I freaking loved it. Titanic, are you okay? Dude, I'd never seen Titanic before. It was the first time I'd ever seen it. First off, had no idea there was this much Bill Paxton in it. Automatically made it great. But like, the funniest thing about watching Titanic the whole time was all I can imagine in my head is how unusually obsessed with Titanic James Cameron is, and that he just had a list. Like, you just know this dude had a list of messed up things he wanted to show. Like, he was just like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a baby frozen in the water, like, because that would have happened, and there's gonna be this, because that would have happened. Like, every time something messed up happened, I'm like, I know this mother effer had a list of 100 things that he was like, oh, we're putting that in the frickin' movie. Used Cars is a classic. Yeah, my girlfriend's dad wanted to watch that while we were down there at Christmas. I'd never heard of it. What a fun movie, though. It was crazy. There's way more boobs in it than I thought there was going to be for a movie that my girlfriend's dad recommended that the whole family watched at Christmas. Strange, but very fun. Yeah, I don't know. I got into this random kick again of watching like rock climbing and mountain ice climbing. Both of these documentaries are incredible. 14 Peaks was insane. Free Solo's obviously nuts. The Man with No Name trilogy, Titanic pinball confirmed. You play as the iceberg. Devil Wears Prada, I'm 100% with you. I'm just gonna, some of these I'm gonna claim girlfriend choice when they show up, and that one was girlfriend choice. It was okay. I didn't love it. You'll notice I stopped ranking movies. When we look in 2025, I used to rank every movie, like rate it. I don't do that anymore. I just don't. I don't need, nobody needs to know my opinion on that stuff. True Grit, John Wayne. Yeah, I need to see that. All right, let's look at what I watched in 2025. Okay, well, let's find where the year started, right? Okay. Yeah. So the first movie I saw in 2025, I went and I saw Nosferatu in theaters. Um, I liked it. There's some people hating on it. I just don't get that. I thought it was. I mean, it's like it was good. I definitely don't love it. Like I said, I started out the year ranking stuff. I just don't do that anymore. Um, okay, somebody explain. Yeah, Trash Can Ninja. Remind. We'll come back to There Will Be Blood. Um, my goal in 2025 was I wanted to make sure I watched more new movies than I rewatched old. So like it'll tell you over here what I've seen before and not. So like I said, Pirates of the Caribbean, some of my favorite movies. So rewatched that. Super bad. Smile 2 surprised me. I couldn't believe how good Smile 2 was. Okay? In all seriousness, you guys should watch the SpongeBob SquarePants movie because it's like actually really great. Like this is actually objectively like a really good movie and really funny still. Like it actually really holds up. Absolutely love the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. What else? We're just gonna power through these. Drive was okay. I wouldn't rate it 3.5 again. Blue Velvet. I love David Lynch movies so much. They're so comfy. Weird freaking movie. This movie ruined PBR for me because now every time I see Heineken or Pabst Blue Ribbon, I have to yell the line, the Heineken. 12 Angry Men was amazing. Duel. Have you guys watched Duel? Was this Spielberg's first movie? I think this might have been Spielberg's first movie. Super, like, really good, tense movie. Like, really good tension the whole time. Super simple plot. I love movies from the 70s with a super simple plot, minimal amounts of score. Oh, it absolutely does. SpongeBob Pinball went, oh my god, nothing would make me happier. You have no idea. Violent Crimes Class, Rubber, yes. Everybody hyping up the SpongeBob movie makes me so happy. Yeah, Nosferatu wasn't my favorite Robert Eggers. The Lighthouse is easily my favorite Robert Eggers. Okay, so I started getting into Westerns, right? I started the year with The Outlaw Josie Wales. Didn't quite cut it for me. It was okay. I just didn't get me excited. It didn't get me hyped up. I had a hard time. Like, it did not sell me on the Westerns yet. For some reason, I went on another Pirates of the Caribbean binge. Just they're comfort movies. I can just put them on. They make me feel happy. Even 4 and 5 make me feel happy. I actually think they're underrated. Man Who Wasn't There is okay. Zombie Nightmare. Oh yeah, this was Mystery Science Theater 3000 when I was watching these. Final Destination 3. Oh, this was cool. So when I watched Final Destination 3, Leah had this, she picked up this copy of a DVD from the movie store that you could choose the outcomes, right? So like the characters would get to something and you could choose do this or do that as like a bonus feature thing. And so it would change like the results of the movie. It was pretty cool. Just like a Goodwill find. It was $5 a DVD. We had a great time with it. It was a fun movie night. Pee-wee, because it's awesome. I don't have that as a rewatch. I've definitely seen it before. My first time I saw Pee-wee Herman, I was so freaking high on Vicodin because I had broken my arm right before. I was in 8th grade, and I broke my arm. They put me on Vicodin, and I was messed up. Like I felt like crap when I watched it. I don't know how to edit that. What was my review? I didn't know P-Wiz was even a style of Riz, but now it's my favorite. Yeah, I love his, like, I love how he rizzes up the ladies. It's really funny to me. His like, anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Tell me your dumbass watched Tombstone. We're getting there. I watched Tombstone twice. I loved it so much. Pirates of the Caribbean again. Host, if every movie ever is too long now. Every movie that comes out is 2 to 3 hours long. It's too freaking long. I like it, but sometimes you need just a quick movie. Host is like 60 minutes, I think. I don't see a runtime on here. I'm pretty sure Host is only 50 or 60 minutes. It's a found footage movie made during COVID, and it's actually really, really freaking creepy and scary. Companion was alright, new movie. 1408 was okay. Dude, Coyote Ugly. This was one of the highlights of the year. I probably shouldn't show some of these reviews, but okay. I met my girlfriend in a Coyote Ugly bar, but it's not like that. I didn't know what Coyote Ugly was. I'd never been to one. I'd never heard of it. I was just in Florida. Like, it's a whole story. It's a whole thing. I didn't know what Coyote Ugly was, and I just went to that bar. That's actually where I met my girlfriend almost 4 years ago now. This movie was so fun. Guys, I love early 2000s movies so much. I mean, they are just so fun. They're so of a time. I love the outfits. I love how mean everybody is to each other in these movies. The soundtracks are always bumping. Like, it's so nostalgic. Tyra Banks is your GM. Yes, yeah, Tyra. Barely in the movie, by the way. This woman's on the poster. She's in the movie for like maybe 5 minutes at most. I'm pretty sure. I loved Companion. Yeah, the girlfriend really liked it. Dude, the House on Haunted Hill remake was a fun time. This was a fun movie. I don't know. 1999, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, it stars Geoffrey Rush, dude. This is a pretty fun time. Give it a chance. A lot of these early 2000s horror remakes have really bumping soundtracks with like Marilyn Manson and My Chemical Romance and Deftones and Disturbed, and they just glorify everything, and the acting's super over the top, and it's fun. The people are always terrible, so you don't feel bad when they die. What do we got? Dune 1 and 2, freaking loved them. They were so good. Sinners was cool. I don't know where I was going to go with that. Obviously, it's a lot like From Dusk Till Dawn, but that's pretty good. Pretty good. Trying to catch up with chat. Well, hell, did you watch Beetlejuice? What do you say? I'm making that. Oh, I can't even. If I logged the movies that we work on, like, while we're working on it, I'd have to log it like 30 times. Did a Lord of the Rings marathon, because I hadn't seen them in like quite a while. Oh yeah, so another Western. Keeping the Western trend going. I went with High Noon. And it was just okay. I liked it well enough. Starring Gary Cooper. Really high average, holy crap. This is like a lot of presidents of the United States' favorite movie for some reason. I think there's like 3 or 4 presidents that have said High Noon's their favorite movie. That's actually why I watched it. Because I was like, I'm trying to get into Westerns. I haven't gotten into them. For some reason, I saw like 4 different presidents of different eras where all like, High Noon's my favorite movie. And I was like, all right, I'm going to watch that. I'm curious what that's all about. This, but with Jack Black and Chicken Jockey. I'm not showing all my reviews. Some of them are probably terrible. How do I get to the next page? All right, we're going to speed this up a little bit. We've been doing this for too long. All right, May. For some reason, we watched Mickey 17 in between Lord of the Rings. I got to say, guys, I'm quite a Tom Cruise fan now. I just like his movies a lot. Collateral wasn't the best one, but it was okay. 28 Weeks Later was okay. Dude, you know what holds up? Madagascar. yeah, there's a line where he's like, is this a puffy party? That didn't age the best. Madagascar holds up. Still a really fun movie. Western homework. Watch The Good, Bad. We're going to get there. Madagascar is great. Underwater, I think, was underrated. I love movies that feel like Alien. And this movie felt kind of a lot like Alien, but like deep sea horror. If you guys have deep sea horror recommendations, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay, guys. See, this is why I probably shouldn't show my reviews, because I'm kind of mean sometimes. Yeah, I can't stand Roland Emmerich movies, guys. I just can't stand any of his movies. This is one of the all-time ultimate bad movies. If you guys need a good bad movie night, this is one of the all-times for best good bad movies. Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, which, by the way, Patrick Wilson, one of my favorite actors. Love him to death. He is so goated, it's not even funny. Look at Patrick Wilson's catalog, guys. He's Ed Warren in the Conjuring universe. He was in, I didn't see the Aquaman stuff, but he was Aquaman. He's in the Insidious universe. Raoul in Phantom of the Opera. Dude's got pipes. He can sing his ass off, bro. He did, yeah, In the Tall Grass was fun. Moonfall is one of the greatest all-time, like, bad, good movies. Bone Tomahawk. Here's a Western I've always loved. Bone Tomahawk. Yeah, Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson. Sid Haig is even in this. This movie is disturbing. It is a hard watch. It's Western horror. It's a tough watch. Patrick Wilson, one of the all-time GOATs. But if you guys need a good bad movie night, like End of the World, Roland Emmerich, good bad movie, I'm telling you, sit down and watch Moonfall. You're going to bust your gut laughing. It's so absolutely terrible. That movie looks stupid. It is stupid. It's so stupid, it's perfect. You should really give this a go. It's so fun. Bones and all, Y Tu Mama Tambien, No Time to Die. Oh yeah, this is when I got the theater room done. Fuck Book of Mormon. Why was that my review? I don't understand. Why is that my review? Oh, he makes a joke about, oh yeah, I know that. If you've seen the movie, this review makes sense. This is Here's Murder, Naked Gun. The new Naked Gun movie was great. The Liam Neeson one. Like, definitely one of the funniest comedies I've seen come out in a really long time. It was really good. You know what I'm realizing is I don't think I logged. What happened? It's back. Audio back. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, the mic didn't quit or anything. Anyway. Speed run. We're going to speed run this. Naked Gun. Great. Weapons. Absolutely awesome. Bring her back. I did not like this movie at all. It was good. Objectively, it was good, but I just don't. I'm kind of a baby, guys. I don't like really dark, sad movies anymore. Like, this movie was just so upsetting. I just didn't really care for it much. Annabelle, whatever. Gonjiam Haunted Asylum was fun. Maxine was it was okay. Conjuring is one of the all-time greatest horror movies ever. I watched it because the new movie came out. Saw a lot of new movies this year. Hot Rod was hilarious. I'd never seen this before. Really, really funny. Really funny movie. And then I went on like a little bit of a bro spree here. End of Watch Fury and Warfare. Great. Gremlins, amazing. Conclave was really good. All right, Tombstone. We finally got it. This ruled. I freaking loved Tombstone so much. I watched it twice. I didn't log it the second time, but I watched it and I enjoyed it so much that because I watched it without Leah the first time, and then I was like, you gotta see this. This is really fun. More westerns like this. I can't believe how I think I'm like 90% for Halloween this year. I want to go as Doc Holliday That has to be one of the coolest all-time movie characters ever, dying of tuberculosis and just being the most badass freaking dude. This movie made me quite the Val Kilmer fan. Like, holy crap. I mean, just full of one-liner after one-liner. Killer movie, dude. I am in my prime, as he's, like, basically dying. Like, it's so awesome. Riders of Justice was okay. Mads Mikkelsen's my favorite actor. I might put him above Johnny Depp. In line with Johnny Depp, maybe above. But he's my favorite actor, so I just try to see more and more of his stuff whenever I can. Matango, really fun old Japanese horror movie. Zombieland, Brokeback Mountain, pass. Finally, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Oh, I didn't even put a review in for this one. I went in, way too many people have said that this is like their favorite movie or the best movie of all time, and this and that. And I went in like, there's no chance it is going to live up to how much hype it has gotten. Because that is one of the all-time things that we overdo in 2025, or 2026, or whatever. In the current day, is we overhype stuff. And The Good and the Bad, the Ugly totally lived up to the hype. It was so amazing. I couldn't believe how good it was. I freaking loved it. I want to watch it again. Like, I want to watch it like every week now. It's so good. Loved it. Dude, back to back. Honest to God, these are probably my two favorite movies I watched in 2025. Was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Some Like It Hot. These two things we watched them back to back nights too. And I'd never seen either back to back. Some Like It Hot is one of the funniest movies I think like I have seen in such a long time. And I'd never seen like an actual Marilyn Monroe movie before. And I couldn't believe how risky the humor was for like 1959. Yeah, I couldn't believe how risky the humor was. And held up. Like the humor was like still super funny, and it was just joke after joke after joke kept hitting you. And yeah, Marilyn Monroe was awesome. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I have to say. If you want to see a cool, like a really funny, good old movie that still holds up, Some Like It Hot was amazing. Wake Up Dead Man was so good. Yeah, I hope Daniel Craig keeps playing this role well into his 80s. The third movie in the Knives Out trilogy was incredible. Definitely my favorite of the trilogy. Like, not even close. This was definitely my favorite of the trilogy. It was super great. And then ended the year with Used Cars, and that was what I watched in 2025. Not as many movies as I normally watch in a year, to be honest with you. Usually I get a lot more movies than that in. But it was a busy year. Had a lot of Evil Deads to build. A lot of Evil Deads to build. Not in terms of plot, though. Oh, Wake Up Dead Man? Oh, it was my favorite. The first one probably had a better plot, but I loved it. Fine Mess. Yeah, I kind of love watching the older stuff right now. Anything from the 70s and like 50s, 60s, 70s is good. When those oh yeah, back to pinball. I don't know. I just wanted to go on that like side tangent and talk about all the movies I watched this year. When those last Evil Dead's going out? I don't know why I paused so long. Like I said, I think we have maybe 16 to 20 more to go into boxes at most. So while I'm at Pinball at the Beach, they will probably ship the last Evil Deads. Is my absolute best guess. Because while I'm at Pinball at the Beach, they're not allowed to ship any Beetlejuices while I'm gone, because I need to be on top of all of those for the first ones that are going out and whatnot. So they can't do any of those. So that only leaves the other games. And I'm very confident they can ship out the last Evil Deads without me at this point. They have built enough of them and are very in tune with that game right now. So the last ones of those, I'm 99% sure will ship, or at least be boxed, while I am at Pinball at the Beach, is what I would say. Watch Silent Running. What? Not enough movies. What? You busy making machines? Yeah, dude. In like 2021 or 2022, I didn't watch a movie every night, but I used to come home from work and just get to watching movies, you know? And I definitely don't do that anymore because I go to bed a lot earlier. I'm getting old. Getting old, my hair's falling out. I go to bed a lot earlier. I don't want to stay up late. Honestly, this sounds really pathetic. I can't watch movies before bed because I get too excited. Like I'm too amped up when a movie ends, and I'm like thinking about it and talking with Leah about it. Everything. Like, I'm too excited. I can't go to bed. I can't go to sleep. That's why I had to be careful watching Breaking Bad before bed because it would end like on too extreme of a note, and I'm like, and then I can't fall asleep. Such a baby. So sad. I just received Evil Dead 838 yesterday. Heck yeah, man. Sorry for the wait. I am sorry for the wait. But you're going to enjoy it. Yeah, what else is there going on? Anything else? Anything else in pinball going on that I need to note? I have barely been drinking this margarita because I've been talking. My favorite movie is Grumpy Old Men. What is that one? I haven't heard of that one. Is that the sequel to 12 Angry Men? Yeah, I'd say my two favorite movies that I watched in 2025 was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Some Like It Hot. We eat dinner at 4. Holy cow, that is an early dinner. I can't judge, though. We eat our lunches usually between 10:30 and 11. Luke and I are hungry boys. Or hungry girls. We want to eat. Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Jack Lemmon was really great. And Some Like It Hot. Anything else going on in pinball? Okay, apparently Grumpy Old Men is something I should really see. Cool Mads is your favorite actor. He's incredible in anything he does. I agree. I just think I've never seen him in something he was bad in. I think he draws interest in everything. I could just watch him do any role. Him and Johnny Depp are like neck and neck. Johnny Depp's my favorite of all time just because of like nostalgia, because he was in so many other movies I loved growing up. And Ed Wood is my all-time favorite movie, and he's Ed Wood. But Mads Mikkelsen's like neck and neck with him. I just freaking love everything he does. He's so good. Holy cow, too early for lunch. Oh, dude. No, my routine right now, is this interesting? It's not. My routine right now is first alarm goes off at 6 a.m. and then I hit snooze at the alarm at 6:05. I hit snooze at the alarm at 6:10. I hit snooze at the alarm at 6:15. And then I hit snooze at the alarm at 6:20. And then I hit snooze at the alarm at 6:24. No, I don't hit snooze at that one. At the 6:20 alarm, I cancel it. And then I note that I've canceled it, but then I still snooze internally for 5 more minutes. But then I like get worked up like, oh, it's probably super late now. I got to get up. And then I get up. It takes me 20 minutes to get out of bed. I can't do it. I suck at getting out of bed in the mornings. I get up. We have our protein shake with our super greens and our vitamins, because I got 45 people running around the factory who are constantly getting me sick every single year. So I gotta do things to try to prevent getting sick. I have that for breakfast, and then we go to work. Lunch at 10:30 to 11, and then usually I get home sometime between. Anyway, yeah, I get to work like 6:50 to 7 a.m. And usually I get home about 6:30. Lately it's been like 6:30 to 7 p.m. and then eat dinner then. Sounds torturous. Get a sunrise alarm. What's a sunrise alarm? Have you watched Mosquito Coast or Witness? My 2 favorite Harrison Ford movies. I need to check out some more Harrison Ford movies outside of like the obvious ones, because I do really enjoy his other stuff. Those are much better. What's a sunrise alarm? That's gonna probably end up being a really stupid, redundant question. It lights up to simulate the sun rising. I sleep with an eye mask. Good luck. I'm an extremely light sleeper. I like any bumps, noises, light changes, anything in the night, and I am awake. And usually I have a hard time falling back asleep. I'm a terrible sleeper. I can never fall asleep. Like, it takes me forever to fall asleep. Just brain won't shut down. and then I wake up at every noise or anything that goes on in the night. And then by the time morning hits and that alarm goes off, I'm like, oh, I can't get up. The alarm snoozing part sounds torturous. Not for me, but for her. Yeah, good for you then. I know. I know that when my alarm goes off, I should just get up and get moving, but I'm so sleepy. Not as sleepy as Luke. He's got a way harder time getting up than I do. But that's probably, there's one thing him and I have in common. It's that we love working hard on pinball and we have a horrible time getting up in the morning. We are not morning fellas. The Spooky DJ has got the worst sleep schedule of anyone because there isn't one. Yeah. The amount of times, and Dylan, gosh, dude, the amount of times I've come to DJ and been like, hey, I need you at work this week from this time to this time. We have these deadlines, we have this code update, we have whatever. All these things you gotta do. We're gonna do a schedule, this time to this time. We're gonna get these things done, go home, blah, blah, blah. He says, okay, we'll do it. It's like, all right. He comes in the next day at that time, and he works, blah, 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 blah. And then he goes home. And then I wake up the next morning, and I check Slack chat, and the last message from Spooky DJ is at 4 a.m. He stayed awake till 4 a.m. working on the stuff. And I can't be mad at him because he stayed awake till 4 in the morning working, which is crazy. And you're like, wow, like, thanks, that's awesome. But then the schedule's blown up and he's not there. Then you're like waiting. It's like 12. It's like 11, 12. You're like, well, he's not awake yet. What do we do? Like, we need him. It's so hard to manage. It's like he does this amazing thing and you're like, that's awesome. I'm really frustrated every time. Every time. Spooky DJ was texting me at 2 a.m. his time last night. Yeah, Dave. Oh, Dave, I forgot I needed to message you. Tomorrow I have to give Tori a ride either to or home from work, one or the other. I'm going to call you during that for our meeting to talk about that thing that we were going to talk about. So when I'm on the road tomorrow, I'm going to give you a call. It should be at a good time for you. Just shift the workday back to what you're not going to follow it if I do. If I make the workday 6 p.m. to 4 a.m., you're just going to change it to the other side of it. That's just how you are. Like, we know that's what you're going to do. I was really bad at sleeping, then got CPAP. That made a huge difference. My issue was falling asleep. I have to bore myself to death. Yeah, I don't know any good tricks for that. How about a magnet in the middle of a ramp or in the middle of somewhere above the playfield? It would be cool to see. It just throws it back into the middle somewhere. All random. I gotta follow more of what you're saying there. We did a magnet between the flippers and Beetlejuice. That was cool. Yeah, we always mean to do like an Addams Family, the Power style magnet where it's under the playfield and you can't see it and it throws the ball everywhere. Man, I was really fighting to get it in Beetlejuice. I really was. And it just never works. We don't have the space. Like, there's too many we do a lot of inserts and we fill the layouts out with the shots staggered in all different patterns and directions, and I want to leave room for Franchi art and inserts and this and that, and I never end up getting those magnets to throw the ball around in crazy ways like an Addams Family. I always want to, but we just never get it. All right, guys. When is the next Beetlejuice stream? I'm thinking after Pinball at the Beach, probably the week I get back from that. You know, last year it was easier with Evil Dead because, quite transparently, we killed an Evil Dead playfield like immediately. Like, Luke and I got to the test rigs, we screwed in this rail for the hand, and we blew 2 screws just right through the playfield and ruined it. And we were like, well, we're too far in. This is going to be just my game. And so I took that home, and that became the game we streamed on. And I'm not saying we haven't killed the Beetlejuice playfield. We have, but it was early enough in the process where it was like, well, let's just do a swap. Just strip it and put all those parts on a new board or whatever, you know. So it was like, I just haven't had one come my way yet. Of course, I could stream the prototype game, but the other thing is, with Pinball at the Beach coming, we haven't shipped any games yet. There's always this really big push before we ship games where we try to get as much code as humanly possible of all the things we want to make sure are in there before it goes out to the public and is out of our hands, because we haven't had a game like leave our hands yet. So we do this huge code push. So I still have a ton of notes and things for code that I just want to make sure are absolutely squared away. So code's in various stages. I mean, when I left work tonight, I had 12 games updating in the production line to the newest. I shouldn't say I did, DJ did. Spooky DJ had 12 games updating. So, yeah, like I said, I think after Pinball at the Beach will be the next Beetlejuice stream. I'll be at Pinball at the Beach, get to play me some Beetlejuice. Yeah, gonna have 10 games there. It's gonna be really fun. Ton of Beetlejuices there. Oh my gosh, so many. It'll be a fun show. It'll be a great time, but I'm probably gonna head out here, guys. It's about 8:30 now in Wisconsin. I'm ready to eat some dinner. What's the weather right now? What do you guys think the weather is outside in Wisconsin? It is currently 1 degree. By 1 a.m. it'll be -10. And by 7 a.m., it'll be -17. So what's weird is right now it's 1 degrees outside. Says it feels like -20 because of the wind chill. So because of the wind chill, it feels like -20 outside. Oh yeah, the winds are 19 miles per hour. Wow. Tonight's high, 20-mile-per-hour winds. That's not that bad. All right, guys. I think it's time for me to call it a night. I'm going to stay warm. I'm about to have some of my venison with my awesome hot sauce from Surge, from our Hot Ones wing thing that we did. I'm going to have some venison ramen, some good old deer meat. And yeah, we should be back next week. I should really do a stream next week because we probably won't do one while I'm at the beach. So yeah, until then, guys, take care. Stay warm. If you're anywhere up north, anywhere it's cold, stay warm. Snuggle up with the ones you love. Watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and something like that. Actually, watch Moonfall because it's horrible and it's really, really horrible, and you'll have a good time. So snuggle up with someone you love. Watch Moonfall. And yeah, I want to get back to work on Beetlejuices. So